All right, well, today's the day. We have actual, honest to goodness Jurassic World Evolution 3 footage. We have a Dracorex reveal clip. Let's check it out. That must be the baby. So we've got kind of like interesting. It's kind of got like a little like midline row of spikes, it looks like. Can we see that from the side at all? Not really there. Yeah, he's just got spikes all over the top of his head. That makes it more distinctively different than the other Pachycephalosaur babies. Well, Pachycephalosaurid babies, which have much more defined domes. Like this is a question people were having, right? Because this guy's the flathead guy, right? And how do you translate that to a baby when the dome-headed guys kind of translate to flathead babies, flatter head babies? I don't know if we could tell if this is a male. This looks like this might be shorter. Nah, it looks like the same height here probably. The patterning might give it away, but I don't remember what the I mean we don't know, right? Because we don't have this looks like a different pattern because we don't have like a female Dracorex to compare to directly, so it's hard to tell what might be a male. This pattern looks interesting. I like this ring around the eyes here. I mean, you could assume this is a family unit shot. So this has got to be the parents. Just conceptually for the purpose of the video, right? This has to be the parents. Um, which is interesting in that they're not terribly dimorphic in the horns, if that's the case. Which I don't mind. Not everything needs to be dramatically dimorphic. Um, I think like something that would be interesting for an animal like this is like some different patterning in the horns, rather than the horns being small and big. If there was a different arrangement of the little hornlets on top of the head, maybe, or like the nose horns or something, that might be interesting. I can't tell if the horns are on the eyes or the texturing around the eyes. This bit here is different. Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but this bit here feels different. I might be full of shit because it does look like it's there. I just don't really remember it feeling as spiky on JW2 Dracorex. All right, well, free species update coming June 1st. We knew this already. Yeah, so I like Dracorex. I think out of the three base game Pachycephalosaurs in JW1, this one was always my favorite. I think I like this more than Homalocephaly, is just aesthetically. It doesn't make sense for Dracorex to be an animal that exists because it doesn't exist. But I always thought this one had the most naturalistic vibe out of the options, right? Like Pachycephalosaurus and Stygimoloch are very obviously, you know, they're Jurassic Park animals. They look like Jurassic Park animals. This guy always looked a little more naturalistic, even though the Dracorex in GW1 was based off the Fallen Kingdom statue. It had like the same patterning, so there was technically like another secondary niche franchise species. Um, but it was presented in a way that made it feel a little more naturalistic, a little more like the head feels a little more in proportion. The body posture feels a lot better on the Dracorex than on like the Pachycephalosaur and the Stiggy. I think my problem is the Pachycephalosaur has that very erect kangaroo posture, which feels wrong. And then the Stiggy has like a real big bobblehead problem where he feels like he has cartoon proportions. And so that always bothers me a little bit with the Stiggy. And then this guy is the one that feels the most natural. That's kind of my take on him. We should check the website, see if it's been updated. Okay, so the website is not updated, so this is all we got is this clip here. Um, I do think the Dracorex is a weird inclusion for an animal to bring back this early. Like I was buying pretty hard into the idea this guy would be cut from JW3 altogether when the game was being revealed, and then it was announced every cut species would be returning. So we expected this guy eventually, obviously. I just I don't know. I still wonder where the hell Tyrannosaurus is. It's like a canon animal that's just been forgotten about, weirdly enough. Um, I don't know what compelled them to make Dracorex and Leopleurodon the next animals to bring back. Just both seem like weird choices. A lagoon creature made perfect sense because the aquatic roster and the aviary rosters are pathetic right now. But why Leopleurodon? Actually, who else is left from base game? Tylosaurus? Is it just like an Elasmo, Tylo, Elasmo, and Leo? Are those the only three lagoons that are like due to come back for free? I think Tylosaurus still would have made more sense because it has more franchise history because of Jurassic Park the game. Um, but yeah, I'm not mad about it. Like I said, it's like my favorite Pachycephalosaurid in the game aesthetically. So I mean that's good, but like there's a lot of things I would rather have over this first. You know, things that are connected with the film franchise and the Euoplocephalus is from the novel. And I really like the Euplo, so I'm always going to be sad when it's not Euplo coming back, but could be worse. That's all I'm saying, I guess. All right, that's enough rambling about this. Until next time.